All right, we are on lesson 5. We are comparing and ordering rational numbers. It is on page 387. Okay? Just got done with a big swim. Your pool is cold. Like once you get in and get moving, it's okay, but it's chilly. I'm just saying. Eating an apple. Apples are good for you. You should always eat something after you swim. All right. I'm not gonna lie to you. This lesson just stinks. I don't like this lesson. You're gonna hate this lesson. So I just need you to hang in there with me. Okay? Do the very best you can on it. Hopefully we'll understand it. Okay? So we're gonna start off talking about insects and the lengths of several types of insects. And we've got all these different fractions, and they're not the same. And that stinks. That's a problem. So this would be like if you ordered a pizza, and you ordered like 4 of them, and they were all cut different. And now you're trying to figure out how to share it with your friends, when they're all like some slices are bigger slices, some slices are smaller, and everyone wants the same, and it's just not a fun day. So they wrote this chart out here, and they wrote fourths and thirds because you can see there's a fourth here and a third here. Now, 1 over 1 is going to equal what? And let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay. Too much. All right. So we got a 1 over 1, and 1 over 1 is equal to what? Right, 1 inch. So that's just 1. And then we've got eighths, halves, fourths, thirds. So, says which of the insects is the longest? Well, that one's actually the easiest one to answer because none of these except for this one equals 1 inch. This is like 5/8 of an inch, half of an inch, quarter of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, third of an inch, and you got 1 inch here. So that one's the easiest. We're going to write cricket. That's a cricket. All right. Then it says shade each fraction strip to represent the lengths of a fire ant and housefly. So fire ant is 1/3. And a housefly is 1/4. There you go. All right. Which is longer, the fire ant or the housefly? The fire ant. Fire ant. Those suckers bite too. They're not very nice ants. They're red and they're mean. All right. How many insects are longer than half an inch? Now, 0.5 means half. So all we have to really do through here is go through and say, okay, what's half of 4? 2, right? And this one's 3, so that one's longer. So we can write the green June beetle. Green June beetle. Because he's more than half. Green June beetle. Okay? And then this one obviously is a cricket. We can add him to the list. Cricket. And let's see. Fire ant is 1/3. What's half of 3? Anyone know what half of 3 is? How about 1 1/2? 1 1/2 is actually half of 3. And this one's only 1, so he didn't make it. Half of 4 we set up here was 2, and this one's 3, so the firefly makes it into the list. Firefly, those are pretty. And not so mean. Again, we said half of 4 was 2, and that's a 1, so that's under half an inch. And then what's half of 2? 1, so that would be half an inch. Oh, but this says longer than half an inch. So he does not make a list because he's exactly half an inch. Tricky one, nice try, Glencoe. Half of 8, what's half of 8? 4, and this one is 5, so mosquito, you made the list. Pesky, mosquito. I don't know any person that likes mosquitoes at all. All right, and now I see that you can't even see what I wrote. That's a problem. And even if I move this up, you're still not going to see what I wrote. So I'm going to tilt this down so you can see what I wrote. All right, there you go. Sorry, I'm not exactly steady. So we got the green June beetle, the cricket, the firefly, and the mosquito. If you need to, pause because I'm going to put this camera back. The only reason that the Japanese beetle did not make it is because it said longer than half an inch. Okay? Longer than half an inch. All right. I'm going to erase so we can move up. So far, this isn't completely torturous. It's about to get there. Don't be scared. All right. Oh, tartar sauce. I didn't put my pencil there. Okay. We're going to move this up. Order the lengths of the housefly, a green June beetle, and fire ant from shortest to longest. Okay, I gotta go back down for a minute. Green June beetle is, where are you, green? 3/4. So I gotta write 3/4. I'm just gonna write down the lengths right now so we can compare. The housefly is 1/4. And the fire ant, that pesky fire ant, is 1/3. All right, 1/3. Okay, now if we write this out the way they did, and we did this, and we did 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is fourths, and then we did the same thing again, and we did thirds, right? All right, we've got 1/4. We've got 3/4. I'm doing it above so you know which one's the difference. And 1/3. So, if we had to put them from shortest to longest, which one would be the shortest? That would be the 1/4, which is the housefly. So we're going to put 1/4 in this spot. And then what would be the shortest? Right, 1/3, and that was green June beetle. And then last but not least is 3/4. 3 out of 4 is pretty close to an inch, okay? So sometimes this is the easier route to go, especially if you're comparing like thirds and fourths. It can be easier to do it this way. Otherwise, you can always find that common denominator, and by doing that, you would multiply, find the lowest common factor, which in this case would have been 12, and then you would have compared them the same way. All right? So, a couple different ways to figure this problem out. You could have also made them into a decimal and compared them that way. All right? And we'll go through that in just a little bit here, because I'm pretty sure they give us that in the next page. All right. Remember throughout the videos, if you need to stop, go ahead and do that. All right, mathematical practices. What do we use today? We definitely persevered with problems. We're going to have to persevere this whole lesson. I think we need to reason abstractly with this. This concept's a little tough. I would say we modeled with mathematics for sure because we made that graph, or that, you know, the fraction strips. Making use of structure. Okay? Maybe even using repeated reasoning. All right. Our objectives today, we are comparing decimals, fractions, integers. Now things get a little sticky when we start putting decimals into the loop. This one isn't so bad because this one's got a 1.2 and a 0.8. And if you think about it, there's a whole number on that left. Oh, wait a second, we got a problem. It's a negative, isn't it? So this is like owing $1.20, and this is like having 80 cents. So that changes the whole ballpark. So which one would you rather have? Negative owing or a positive having? If you said positive, you're right. Okay? So then it tells us to graph those decimals on a number line. And they did that for us. Negative 1.2, and then way up there is 0.8. And it shows you on the number line that those are indeed, that 0.8 is actually a bigger number than the negative 1.2. All right? So remember, those negatives are always going to be less than a positive because that's owing. Now we got two negatives. So think about this as money. This is like owing $1.40, where this is owing $1.25. Which one did you rather owe? $1.25. So that is your bigger number. And then they want us to graph that, and they did that for us over to the right there, and that shows you that the $1.25 is higher up towards 0 than the negative 1.4. Okay? I feel like I said that wrong. The negative 1.25 is closer to 0 than the negative 1.40. I just want to make sure I clarified that because I feel like I said it wrong. Okay, let's go up. Now they're going to be stinkers. Now they want to give us fractions. That's not very nice. All right, so they give us two negative fractions. Now, two ways you can figure this out. You could either turn them into decimals and compare them that way, or find a common denominator. So on this one I have 16, and this one's 8. Can I make 8 into a 16? Because if you can only have to move one fraction, that's definitely the easiest way to go. And we can multiply 8 times 2 to get 16. And then all you have to remember is what you do on the bottom. That's right, you do on the top. So 3 times 2 is 6. So now this negative 3/8 would be like negative 6/16. So would you rather owe a negative 6 or a negative 5? Negative 5. And I only said 5, I didn't say the whole fraction because the bottoms are the same. So they're equal, so really all I have to do is compare the top numbers. Negative 6 is less than negative 5. You'd rather owe 5 than owe 6. Okay? All right. Let's look at these got it problems. We got a positive 3.1, which is like $3.10, or a negative $3.70. So you either have $3.10 or you owe $3.70. What would you rather have? If you said have it, that's good. This one they were nice enough to give us common denominator, so really all we have to do is compare the top. Positive, would you rather have $9 in your pocket or 12? 12. This one is, now if you get like a 4.5, think about like just a 0 after it. Like this is owing $4.50. Where this one is owing $4.49. And even though they're really, really close, I mean like really almost equal, you would still rather owe the $4.49 than $4.50. Even though it's 1 penny, a penny saved is a penny earned. All right, this one, negative 7/10 and negative 4/5. This one's got uncommon denominators. Remember that denominator is that bottom number. So I'm going to look here. I've got a 10. I can make this 5 into a 10 though. So instead of changing both these fractions, I'm just going to try and make that 5 into a 10. So how would I get there? 5 to 10. How would I get there? Right, times 2. What you do on the bottom? You got it. Do it on the top. So now you've got 7/10, negative 7/10 compared to negative 8/10. So just compare your 7 and 8. Would you rather owe $7 or $8? You're right. 7. Okay? All right, I'm going to pause this video for right now to see what we got coming up here for the next clip. Yeah, I'm going to pause and we're going to come back for the second half of this because I know I won't fit it on one video lesson. This is a really hard concept. So if you're not catching on, I know I have to kind of go fast through these because it's only a time limit for YouTube. So I have to kind of move on quickly with this. So if you're struggling, back it up, watch it again. Just keep watching it and watching it until you get it. If you're still not getting it, then please seek the help from an adult, okay? If I'm in the room or if you have another teacher or wherever you're at, even your parents, maybe your parents can watch it and they'll understand it and help you out. All right? Have a great day. If you need me, come and see me.